A 23% cut to Social Security benefits. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, we just got a new report released out of the CBO, which stands for Congressional Budget Office, with some pretty disappointing news, and they're now suggesting a 23% cut to Social Security benefits, and that's exactly what I want to focus on here in the video, as I do know that a lot of you right here in the community do receive Social Security, so let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. And also remember, I am here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. Alright, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the 23% cut the CBO is now suggesting as a result of Social Security and everything going on right now, and what it means for you as a Social Security beneficiary. And do we need to worry about your benefits getting slashed in a huge way, almost a quarter of your benefits disappearing? That's scary business right there, right? I totally agree. Let me talk you through the details about this, because the ball is in the court of Congress and they need to do something about this, because realistically, they are the only ones that have the ability to make these changes, and I want to bring all that to you right here in the video. So let me talk you through all the details of this new report released out of the CBO, Congressional Budget Office, what they're now saying about Social Security and why they are now suggesting a 23% cut to Social Security benefits. That's scary. That is a big number. Now, generally, when we look at 23%, we think, it's not that much. But when you think about it, 23% reduction to your benefit would be huge. In fact, let me give you a really quick example here, just to put some real dollars and cents behind this so we can all see what that would really mean for a lot of people. Now, let me give you a quick example. Let's just say right now you are receiving $1,000 as a monthly benefit. A 23% cut would be a reduction of $230 every single month, taking your benefit from $1,000 down to $770. That's scary, right? I mean, just imagine if you're barely scraping by on $1,000 these days, just imagine if they took $230 away from you every single month. Not a good situation. However, is this going to happen this year? No, it's not going to happen this year. In fact, it would not happen for quite a while. So please don't worry about it. I was just giving you that a quick example so we could all see what this would actually mean. But again, this is still something that could happen, and I want to break it all down for you to let you know what is happening here. All right, so we've been hearing a lot about this insolvency issue for quite a while now. In fact, for the last couple years here, this has been a hot ticket item. We've been hearing a lot about it, and we know the ball is in the court of Congress right now. However, as a result of this new report out of the CBO, as well as the report that we got several months ago out of the Social Security Board of Trustees, they're all basically pointing toward the exact same thing. 2033 is the key year that they're actually suggesting that the insolvency will actually take place, and the trust fund that actually funds all of the millions upon millions of beneficiaries, and that's where you get your benefits from, is unfortunately going to be depleted at that point. Now, here's the reason why. Basically because of, the payroll taxes that everybody pays on, their paycheck, right? So you go out and you work and you earn an income, and before you get your money, all these taxes are taken out, right? Federal taxes are taken out, state taxes are taken out if you live in a state that has state taxes, and then you have Social Security and Medicare taxes taken out as well. And then the employer, of course, also matches those Social Security taxes, right? Well, as a result of that, there's less payroll taxes coming in to the trust fund and into Social Security as a result of payroll taxes versus the money actually getting paid out, right? So less money coming in, more money going out, and that means the trust fund is very slowly depleting. Well, the year 2033 is the key year in which they're suggesting Well, at that point, the trust fund will be completely depleted, and payroll taxes coming in at that point will only be able to pay 77% of the actual benefits. So therefore, they're suggesting that if Congress does not do anything between now and then, that benefits will be slashed and or cut, reduced, whatever word you want to say here, by 23%, because they'll only be able to pay out $770 at that time. Or sorry, 77% is what I meant to say at that time of promised benefits. That's scary. That's super scary, considering many people living on a fixed income, including Social Security, rely on their monthly benefit. In fact, the reports that come out and the statistics behind all this actually show that 90% of beneficiaries rely on their benefit for the vast majority of their income. Well, that'd be huge. That'd be huge in a really bad way. If the vast majority of beneficiaries rely on their monthly benefit for the majority of their income, and all of a sudden 23% of it is just taken away, just sorry, this is all we got to do. Congress didn't act, and therefore your benefits are being taken away at a pace of 23%, right? Not cool. I don't like that, right? And I'm guessing if you're a fixed income beneficiary, you probably don't like that idea either. Now, here's one thing that we do have on our side. We do have a little bit of time here, right? We do have about 10 years or so. But again, remember, Congress needs to do something about this relatively quickly. I know it seems like, it's 10 years away. We don't need to worry about it. We've got all the time in the world. Really? Think back 10 years. How fast did the last 10 years zip right on by? I'm going to go ahead and guess it probably went pretty fast. I'm not sure about you, but it seems like the last 10 years zipped right on by, right? So just remember, time goes pretty quick. I mean, obviously, time goes the same pace it always has, but my point is, it goes pretty fast, right? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, we sideline things, we push things to the back burner, and before we know it, wait, 5 years have gone by, and then we forget about it again for a little while, and then it's like, wait, another 3 years went by, now we only have 2 years left. What happens now, right? So, yeah, we got to get something going on this relatively quickly here. And all the reports are now suggesting that the trust fund and Social Security would likely only be able to pay out about 77% of promised benefits. And again, from that example that I gave you a few minutes ago, that'd be a huge reduction to monthly benefits for a lot of beneficiaries, like tens of millions of beneficiaries. Now, there's a few different ways that they can actually fix this up. Number one, and again, these are not my suggestions. I'm just simply telling you, these are some of the suggestions that are floating around out there right now as far as what they're considering doing to actually change this. Number one, push out the full retirement age to either 67, 68, or possibly even the age of 70. That is one idea that they're playing around with. Number two would be raise payroll taxes. Now, as of right now, it's about 12.4% to Social Security from the employee, and then that's also including the employer side of that as well. So, right, that's the total taxes collected by Social Security from payroll taxes, right? So the employee, as in you and me, we pay half of that when we go out and earn income, and then of course the employer, the person that we're working for, the company, whatever it happens to be, they're paying the other portion of that. So it's split down the middle. We both pay half, if that makes sense, right? So that's another option right there, is to raise those payroll taxes. Now, next as well, and this also updates each and every year as well, is the maximum taxable income for Social Security payroll taxes. So in 2023, it is $160,200 is the maximum taxable earnings for Social Security payroll taxes. So basically what that means is anybody earning up to $160,200, it's all taxable by Social Security. However, as soon as somebody earns $1 over that limit, or even, honestly, it's even a penny over that limit, that is no longer taxable by Social Security. It is still taxable by Medicare, but it's not taxable by Social Security beyond that threshold. Now, that also went up about 9% from 2022 to 2023. So it went from $147,000 in 2022 to $160,200 in 2023. So that was just under a 9% increase. But again, there's not that many people that earn that much money. So again, it's taxing more. Yes, it's bringing in more payroll taxes, but realistically, there's just not that many people that earn that much money. There's not that many people that earn $160,000 a year that actually applies to, right? it's a very small percentage of the population. So they played around with raising that threshold up to $250,000, possibly even $400,000. But again, the higher that the income limit goes, the lower and lower percentage of people actually earn that much money. The percentage of people that earn $250,000 a year is very small. The percentage of people that earn $400,000 a year is even smaller, right? So again, these are not my suggestions, but this is just what I'm saying out there right now. If they really wanted to do something about this, raising taxes across the board on everybody, and again, I'm not saying that's the solution. I'm just saying, if they wanted to raise taxes on everybody, then they would have a lot more payroll taxes coming in versus just the higher income individuals. So again, these are some of the ideas that are being thrown around out there right now. So Congress has got to do something about this. There's a lot of different things. Now, one more suggestion that they're also making is eliminating the opportunity to claim Social Security prior to the age of your full retirement age. So again, that's another scary one out there as well. But these are all ideas that they're playing around with to actually consider what can we do to make sure that the insolvency issue is not an issue in about 10 years from right now. Well, they haven't really come up with anything solid at this point, but these are some of the considerations that they're making out there. And just like I said, the Social Security Board of Trustees as well as the CBO are now suggesting a 23% decrease or reduction to monthly benefits in about 10 years' time. So this is nothing we need to worry about today, but again, it certainly is something that we probably want to keep an eye on, at least, just sporadically every so often, just to keep an eye on what is Congress doing, what are the latest ideas, what are the latest proposals, packages, amendments, and anything like that that they're introducing to see what are they going to do about this problem. This is a major, major problem. However, I want to throw this out there really quickly as well. I would not be concerned whatsoever about Social Security going bust. There's just no way. It's not going to happen. Considering right now, there's about, in total between Social Security retirement and SSDI and all the beneficiaries receiving Social Security, there's about 65 to 70 million people receiving Social Security right now. There's no possible way that in 10 years, when I can't even imagine, how many people are going to be on Social Security by then? 10 million? I'm not even really sure. Honestly, I have no clue how many more people are going to be on Social Security in the next 10 years. It could be another 10 million people. 8 million maybe? 5 million? I'm not even sure what the number could be. It's going to be in the millions though. In 10 more years, millions upon millions of people. You can't tell me that in 10 years, that if Social Security gets to that point, they're going to say, all right, pull the plug. That's it. We're done. Game over. Let's just wrap it up. It was fun while it lasted. Let's be done. There's just no possible way. Social Security will still pay out benefits. At the worst case scenario, they'll only be able to pay out 77% of benefits. Not a good situation. So my point is, I wouldn't really worry about this. Social Security is not going anywhere. Worst case scenario, they pay out a fraction of the benefits that they're currently paying out now. And I would say that is the worst case scenario. But again, if it comes down to it, they're going to work up a major, major bailout for Social Security in the event that they can't come together on a solution. Here's the thing. They bail out corporations. They bail out the economy. They bail out states. They bail out everybody. They bail out pensions. They bail out all kinds of stuff. There's no way that they're going to let Social Security go bust. Not happening. They're going to bail out. In worst case scenario, they'll come up with a huge, probably who knows what, hundreds of billions, $1 trillion package, something like that, when the time comes down to it, and they'll bail it out just like they do everything else. I wouldn't worry about it. But these are some of the things they're suggesting. And again, a reduction to benefits is still very much on the table as a worst case scenario. Anyway, I want to bring this to you as this is a new report just released out of the CBO, Congressional Budget Office. Of course, as I do get more details on anything going on out there right now, of course, I'll bring it to your attention right away. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, and I'm here for you in any way that I can be. And again, I'll catch you again later in the next video.